Whoa, look at this absolute unit. Came down here to show you a really strange NPC. But look at this dude. Bromerson, Black Mask, Magic combo. I have never seen anybody using that combo. But yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man. Looks good. Hello and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video we're going to be taking on arguably the hardest boss in old school RuneScape. But before we do that, let me show you this really strange NPC I found. I've never seen anything like this in the game before. Whenever you attack this level 159 skeleton, you don't get proper XP drops. Have a look at that, completely shredding him. And you get almost no XP, but that's not the strange thing. Have a look at this thing's drop table. It drops multiple big bones and it can drop dragon bones. How weird is that? A level 159 zombie, or skeleton, zombie, that doesn't give you much XP, but drops multiple bones. It has a pretty good drop table, but it's just this one zombie. Oh, and by the way, 126 combat, completely max combat on the Bekt account, looking pretty strong now. This level 2 rabbit is not going to see this coming. You heard it right, a level 2 rabbit versus max combat. Now there's going to be two types of people watching this video. People who know about this rabbit and agree, and people who don't know about this rabbit and think I'm joking. This level 2 rabbit completely shreds. It's got over 2000 HP, hits 40s through prayer, you can't pray against it. It attacks every 1.8 seconds, so quicker than a whip, same attack speed as a blowpipe, slapping 40s through prayer. This thing is no joke. Now you guys are probably thinking if he's this strong offensively, he's going to have pretty weak defensive stats. Oh no, this thing is one of the most tanky bosses in the game. 450 defense and really high slash, stab, crush and range defense, so you can barely even hit this thing. But if you manage to tick down one of these rabbits, you're guaranteed 100% drop of 850k. That's pretty juicy. To put that into perspective, every time you kill a corpse, the average drop over there, if you take into account all the big rare sigils and all, is only 505k. So this thing is worth more than corpse for every single kill. So this little level 2 bunny is found just north of Prifddinas. We are going to be taking it on in max melee, max defensive tanky melee gear kind of stuff. You know, apart from Nelly, we could have used Nelly, but we can't really afford that. Yeah, we're going to be trying it in max melee to see how much damage we can do. I already know that I'm not going to be able to defeat it in this setup. You have to fight it a wee bit different. We're going to see how close we can get to killing the level 2 rabbit in this setup. I was really excited when I heard that like half of the people in my clan chat had never heard of this bunny before. I think it was just big hype about it when it came out just with the release of Song of the Elves quest. You actually need that quest to be able to fight it. After that, it's kind of died off. Not many people kill this rabbit, and you'll see why in a second. Dragon Claws, one of the most accurate spec weapons in the game, has about 40% accuracy, 60% of the time it hits 0. There's 2 hits in a row, 3 hits in a row. There is 4 hits in a row. This thing just rarely hits zeros. There's a bit of server lag, and there's 5 hits in a row. Finally, a 0. So he hit me 5 times in a row, then 2 zeros, so at least he can hit zeros, which you would expect in the most tanky setup in the game. But as you guys can see, he just completely shreds. It doesn't matter what defensive tanky gear you're wearing, this thing just rips through it. Even full Justiciar with the DFS and all. He does hit the odd 0, but they're pretty rare. But yeah, I'm going to speed this up and we're going to see how much of this massive HP bar, this 2000 HP, we can get down before we run out of supplies. As you guys might have guessed, we got completely ripped to pieces. 430 slash defense I have, and I may as well be wearing like a paper helmet because he just completely wrecked me. Did get one nice claw spec in him, which meant our total damage to the rabbit was 144 when he used up all of our food and all of our supplies. Not even 10% of his health, and we used up everything. And most of the damage we actually dealt on him there was because of vengeance. It was because of him hitting me, not me hitting him. So if this thing's so strong, how are we actually going to kill it? The first thing I tried was to lower all of his stats. If his stats were all lowered down to 1s, he should be super easy, but that doesn't work. I think he regenerates all of his stats super quick. You actually can't check, you can't use Monster Examine on this bunny. I think it's the only attackable NPC in the game that doesn't let you use Monster Examine on, which is a bit annoying. But it landed loads of Dragon Warhammers, it did not change his defense at all. Even brought out a load of boys from the CC later on. We landed loads of Dragon Warhammers, BGSs, everything in him. Just does not lower his stats, or if it does lower his stats, they go straight back up, you know, in a couple of seconds. So yeah, lowering his stats, the way people deal with Corp, does not work in this bunny. So we tried Elder Mauls, we tried Claws, we tried Full Varax. It actually worked okay, but because he's so high HP, it'll be quite slow. It would be good if he's lower HP to finish him off, but the best way to deal with this bunny that we found, there might be better ways to deal with him, is Ruby bolts. So Ruby bolts, for any of you guys who don't know, I'm sure everybody watching this knows what Ruby bolts do, like they've been in the game for so long, but Ruby bolts can hit 25% of a monster's HP back on them with one hit, but it does cap that damage to 100. If it wasn't capped, you'd be able to hit this boy for 400, so it'd be pretty nice. But yeah, you can hit him for 100 if a Ruby Bolt special attack goes off. It has 6% chance of going off, or 6.6% if you have the Candor and Hard Diaries. So you still want to use Vengeance, you still want to use your recoils because they can do loads of damage, but you also want to use the Ruby Bolts. Ruby Bolts completely shreds them, but what's quite interesting here, if you're in maximum range gear, the highest accuracy you can get on this rabbit is 17%. Actually, the armor crossbow has double accuracy, so you can get up to like 34 on the specials, but yeah, 17% in maximum range gear. So if you're off max at all, it doesn't really change how quick your kill time will be. If you're in just normal dehide and all, it's still like 15-16%. It just gives you 1% extra accuracy, which is nothing really. Most of your damage will be from the Ruby bolts. What I'm trying to say here is, if you're 70 range versus 99 at this boss, it won't really affect the kill time too much. It might give you an extra minute at the end at the most, so that's pretty cool. To kill this boss, all you really need is like 70 range, 94 magic. Your defense doesn't matter, your HP doesn't really matter, as long as high enough that it won't combo you out. But yeah, then you're solid, good to go. Kill times, we started here trying with 3-man. That was actually not really efficient because one person is waiting all the time to get an attack in. Duos is really good. I found duos was probably the best way to kill him, but if you solo this boss, then you get all of the loot, so that works fine as well. So yeah, we went on, slapped him with this method, and here's our first kill. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to tell you, look at that XP drop, 850 XP. You actually get over double the normal XP whenever you attack this boy. 100 damage should give you 400 XP in this game, but some bosses have boosted XP rates. This boy is over double. It might be the most XP you get from attacking an NPC in the game. Over 100% extra, which is pretty cool. It's not as high XP per hour as you get in some training methods, but it's much higher than you expect for fighting such a tanky monster, you know? And here it is, lads. After many different methods tested, we finally took down the Prifness Bunny. This here will be the first KC on the account. Although you actually don't get Prifness Bunny KC, it doesn't count it. There's no boss high scores. There's nothing like that. It's kind of a hidden boss in the game, which I think is pretty cool. So every single time you kill it, as I was saying earlier, you get 850k. There's no different loot, it's just one item on the table, but it's 850k. We killed it once and Ice Tap got the first one. We were doing splits, then we killed another one. Ice Tap got the second kill as well, MVP there, but he trades it over to Hex. And then me and Hex done the third kill by ourselves because Ice Tap had to go. So yeah, we got 3 grails. The first kill took us 10 minutes, which is really quick. In a trio you could get 6 of these per hour, which is quite a lot. It's not as much as you can get at like Nightmare and all, but it is every single hour. You know exactly what you're getting. Although I think if you killed it for like a lot of hours, you'd crash the price of these things. They're quite low demand. What's quite funny about this boss as well, it's got a 6-hour respawn time, so every single time you kill it, you have to hop to a new world to fight another one. But that means you can see if anybody's been fighting it previously for the last 6 hours. I hopped around 25 worlds while I was making this, and there was a rabbit in every single world. That means nobody was fighting this boss in 25 worlds in the past 6 hours. I don't think anybody's fighting this boss in the game at the minute, which is really interesting. It's a really cool, fun boss. Anyway, that is all we have time for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This here grail actually instantly sold for 900k, so you could probably slow sell them about 950, maybe 1 mil per grail, which is crazy. Like, for killing a level 2 rabbit, I know it's not really a level 2 rabbit, but it's not that hard to kill, especially in duos. You're looking at about 13 minute kills and you get guaranteed 900k every 13 minutes. That's pretty good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye.